All right, so we've got the cake mocks. We've got, okay, get it together, April. Oh my gosh, this strawberry brownie has got my brain so mixed up that I can't even talk right. But if you want to stick around and see how to make this strawberry brownie, then keep watching. Hey, it's April, and thanks for stopping by my channel, My Crazy Creative Life. I'm so happy to have you back. If you are new here, welcome, and I hope you will love us and want to stay a part of this crazy family. If you are a returning viewer or a subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. You don't know how much that means to me. And if you are a returning viewer but not subscriber yet, go ahead and click that little subscribe button, please. And I know, I've done it too. I've watched people several times before I decided to become a subscriber. So hopefully you like me now or trust me now and you can hit that subscribe button. Well, today we are continuing this 14 days of Valentines. And today is day number 8. And we are making strawberry brownies. And that sort of piqued my interest. Now, I told you in my last video, day 7, when I was making the blondies, that how much I love brownies, and I do. But as I was scrolling through, I seen strawberry brownies. I thought, how in the world do you get a strawberry brownie? But we're gonna give it a shot. Okay, so today's recipe, it's another Pinterest recipe. It's pretty much where I found most of them. But her webpage, her website is fantabulosity.com. Fantabulosity.com. I'll have that in the description box, and I'll probably even try to put her name right up here. That way you can write it down or whatever. But we are going to go over the the ingredients real quick. It doesn't take a whole lot, but it calls for 1 box, just 1 strawberry cake mix. Then you've got 2 large eggs. We've got a 1/3 cup of vegetable oil, which is right there, and I don't want to spill it. And then just a teaspoon of our vanilla. And that is it. And apparently you just mix all that, and then you put it in an 8x8 pan. You bake that, and then there is a topping or a glaze that you just pour over top of it. Her glaze calls for 3/4 cup of powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons of strawberry preserves or jam, and 1.5 tablespoons of milk. We will make that glaze a little later. So let's go ahead and get started on this cake mix, the brownie part. With the cake mix. And of course, you heard the bag rattle? Somebody else heard the bag rattle. What did you hear? Huh? All right, so we've got the cake mocks. We've got, okay, get it together, April. We've got the cake in here, the strawberry cake in here, and then I'm gonna add, I probably should do that here. Let's do the oil first. I'm gonna add the oil. That was the 1/3 cup of oil. And I'm gonna crack my eggs one at a time. Make sure, this is a good way to make sure that you do not get a shell in your cake, because it's easy to do. Actually, yesterday, had I not done that, I probably would have been digging it out my dessert. All right, number 2. And I'm gonna wash my hands. Okay, last ingredient is just a teaspoon of vanilla. Then you just blend it up. Okay. It is supposed to be really thick. It's not going to be all flowy like an actual cake mix. And I guess this, it being this dense, is what will make it more brownie-like. Okay, I probably didn't tell you I'm notorious for this. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. My oven's already preheated, so I'm going to put this in the oven, and she says to bake for 18 to 22 minutes until just done, and then let it cool. So let's go to the oven. While the brownies are baking, let's go ahead and make the glaze. And I did find some strawberry jam, so we're gonna go ahead with the strawberry jam. All right, it calls for 2 tablespoons of the strawberry jam. It calls for 3/4 cup of powdered sugar. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and blend this up. I wanted to try to get that jam broke up a little bit better before I added the milk, so I'm gonna go ahead and add the milk now. She calls for 1.5 tablespoons. Looks good. That's good. That'd be good on those brownies. All right. So all we got to do now is wait for those brownies to get done and cool off. Let them cool down some, and then we'll put the glaze on top. Well, they certainly aren't cakey, but that's what it's supposed to be. They're supposed to be really thick and dense. So I'm going to let them cool for, well, till they're cool to the touch anyway. So that's still pretty hot right now. But I'm going to let them cool, and then we'll put the glaze on. All right, we have cooled down, and that is very thick. So it does feel kind of like a brownie. So I've got our glaze, and we're just going to spread it on top. So there it is. And I'll cut a slice out here in just a minute. All right. There it is. Some of it, I think, fell apart on me as I was trying to get it out because I was trying to get a centerpiece out. So anyway, let's go ahead and try this. It's pretty good. It is definitely dense and thick like a brownie. And the glaze is really good. But would I make this again? I'm not so sure. But you might like it. You may really like it. And maybe I should have baked it just a few more minutes long, and maybe that's on me. I don't know, because I've never had this before. And I'm not saying anything against her recipe at all, because like I said, the glaze is really good. It is dense, it is thick like a brownie. It's got a dry cake mix aftertaste almost, and that could be maybe I just needed to bake it 5 more minutes. I'm not sure, but it's not bad though. And it's very interesting. I mean, if you even just do it for one time in your life, it's very interesting. So, what I mean by that raw, cakey taste, because I don't want to make her recipe sound awful. It's kind of like, have you ever had a, well, there's different names for it, but cherry pizza, maybe cherry dump cake, I think. It's just where you take your cherry pie filling at the bottom, and then you take the dry white cake mix and put over top of that, and then a stick of butter, melted butter over top of that. And it's really good, but I don't know, some of the bites you get kind of almost taste like a raw cake, sort of, if that even makes sense at all. That's just all I'm trying to say. there you have it, folks. There's my take on this. There is my very first strawberry brownie, and it was very interesting. So I appreciate you stopping by and watching me. This, like I said, this is day number 8 of our 14 days of Valentines, and I appreciate you being here. If you, as I've said already, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I mean, what's holding you back? All you gotta do is hit that button. But hit that subscribe button, hit the like button if you like this, even if you think I'm just some goofy girl in pigtails, braids, plaits, whatever you want to call them. Hit the like button, and I hope you come back for more of this craziness. I told you, it's my crazy life, and you're gonna have craziness and hopefully laughter. So you come back, and if so, then I will talk to you in the next one. Bye. I also wanted to add that you might not want to miss tomorrow's episode. Be sure and come back for tomorrow for day 9, because it may or may not be somebody's birthday, and she may or may not be making her favorite cake of all time, or at least something very close to it. So be sure and come back tomorrow and watch tomorrow's episode. And here is my dad's painting of the day. Okay, this is one he just done this year, and I just think it's absolutely beautiful, which of course I think all his paintings are beautiful. I'll try to get a closer view, kind of zoom in there. Look at all that color, and that looks like the fog or the dew lifting during the morning as the train's going by. Isn't that beautiful?